please give Brian a warm Poole College of Management welcome to NC State. So how did you converge into starting Sageworks?
Yeah, we have an hour, but I'll do the best I can. It's a great question. I have a buddy, Sarah Torville. I started the business with her. She's retired now. But I was teaching a course over in Durham at the school in financial analysis. Mm-hmm. It was a century ago, it feels like. It was like 93. And I was on the board. Those were chalkboards, by the way, for some of you young people, not these other things. But and I was on the board, and I was sort of doing financial ratios and trying to explain them to people. And this little lady came up to me at the break, Sarah Torville, the founder. And because I had turned to the board, I said, boy, it's amazing that someone doesn't program all this stuff and automate it. Because the truth is, financial statement analysis is, you know, it's I guess difficult, but it's contained, and it can be programmed, definitely. But it was a throwaway. So anyway, Sarah came up to me at the break, this was a long time ago, and said, you know, if you can think something like that, I can program it. Oh. Because she was a database developer. Well, between 93 and 98, we just became buddies, two geeks in Geekland, you know, whatever. And we were just hanging out. But she had just sort of been egging me on. Hey, you should really give that system a try. And that was, you know, it's just like a lot of eureka moments. That was sort of the time when I was just sort of thinking about what the big play would be. One of the things that I would share with people, and this is unsolicited, but I'm just going to say it, is, you know, give yourself some latitude to make mistakes and give yourself great latitude to fail. Now, that's a platitude and everybody says it, but I don't think people really take that to heart. So, for example, between 1990 and 1998, when we started this company, was sort of a no man's land thing for me. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I invested in real estate. I ran a consulting company. And at that time, there's a lot of, and I'm sure some of you guys will face this if you want to start a company, but you still feel that sort of tug that you should just be normal and just go work for a company. And so that was sort of an interesting period of time because I wasn't getting a lot of success, and I was just sort of looking for what I wanted to do in starting a company. But one of the things that I'm really passionate about is a flat company where people are rewarded on what they do, and they have the ability to say to me, oh, you're full of BS on that thing, you're wrong, and you're not punished. And that is very hard to do in a company. And I don't say we do it perfectly, but it's definitely part of our culture. Very flat. But it's really interesting that that philosophy works in technology, but probably wouldn't work at McDonald's. You know what I mean? So for us, it works. But if you're asking me where did it come from, it came from some experiences that I just didn't like. And I was like, oh, I don't want to do it that way. It was a concept, and definitely the biggest setback was that no one had really been doing what we were doing. So we talked to finance guys, oh, we're going to take numbers and put them into words, and it was like, why? You know what I mean? So with any new idea that is new, like truly new, the hard thing you're going to run into is there's no really existing market. So if you go out and start like a spreadsheet program or something like that, you know, there's Excel out there. There's something to compare it to. But when we got out to market, there was nothing there. So I guess the real issue was education of the market. And why is this relevant? Why do people need to understand their financial data rather than it just getting downloaded to them? And that was very tough.